is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. We've got a humongous panel in here. In fact, we've already figured it out. You got about 8 minutes to talk this morning. We brought in our panel, our professional real estate agents. We got Dan Dubinsky with Skyward Realty. Good morning, Dan, and thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
And Nicole Moscow, Remax Classic out in Milford. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning.
Good to see you. It's 12/13/14, December 13, 2014. And, of course, our regular Capital Mortgage, Harry Glanz and Alex Nafusi. Good morning, gentlemen.
What's up, everybody? So, Harvey, we have the panel in because this is kind of like the family last show of the year. It's 12/13/14, right? So this is our last show of the year. We'll be coming on at the turn of the year, first week of January, I think. But we want to bring our panel of real estate experts in just so everybody can call in and ask them questions. As you know, Dan's been with us for a very, very long time. Dan, expert in the Royal Oak market. Nicole Moscow will join us this year on our panel. And just a lot of great knowledge, a lot of great sharing. We want everybody to hear what we've got going. End of the year wrap-up show, beginning of next year, just roll into 2015 with a lot of momentum.
Our own little piranha tank here, or Shark Tank, if you want to say, of negotiators, the best real estate agents, understand the process.
That's a weak show. I don't like that.
Understand the negotiations. Call us. We got a lot of useful tips, too, about purchasing homes. We're going to be forecasting some information about 2015. Always refinances and debt consolidation.
You know, I think one of the important things about wrapping up the year is that a lot of times people tend to shut down after Thanksgiving. And, you know, with the market getting crushed, and I mean the stock market getting crushed this week, you know, it's kind of, rates have taken a slight dip. And I think you missed that window in October and November where rates burped up a little bit. I think now is a really good time to get back on that wagon and set yourself up for success for 2015.
Yeah, I think that's what we're doing in our office. We're letting everybody know, our previous clients, people we're dealing with, our contacts, you know, our Infinity groups, the companies we do business with, that guess what? There's an opportunity here you can't fall asleep at. I know it's the holiday time, and people tend to go to sleep between Thanksgiving and the first week of January. I don't know what our society's doing, but there's a lot of money-saving opportunities out there. As Alex likes to say is this. He says, I'll bet you I could save you money on your phone bill, your cable bill, you know, your car payments, everything like that. We can save you money right now between today and the first week of January if you'll just pick up your phone, answer your email. Don't go to sleep. I know it's the holiday season, but when you're talking about saving money, that's pretty important.
Yeah, we're also going to be opening our lines all morning long, 248-539-9797 here in the studio. And, of course, you can call Capital Mortgage all day long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Definitely, if you need that approval letter, there's a lot going on. If you're out there negotiating on houses, there's tremendous opportunities.
You know, Dan Dubinsky.
There's a lot of good savings out there right now.
I want to ask you guys a question because I have you as you're our real estate experts, all right? Right now, Dan, Nicole, we've seen, and I want your take on it, 2014 has been a pretty good year for home sales.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what we're seeing right now, and this is my favorite subject. Property values have actually started to subside. We saw a huge increase now in the last 60 to 75 days. Again, my favorite topic, property values appraisals. We've seen them actually come in a little lower than they did 90 to 120 days ago.
Well, Nicole may be able to back me up on this, but we noticed, you know, in the late summer, early fall, we were still having multiple offers. Now we saw that things dropped down a little bit. But here's the thing. If you have someone right now and that's coming through your home as a buyer, you know they're serious. They're not going to do this unless they're not going to do it
Right,
this
they're
time
not
of year.
going out 2 weeks before Christmas just to look.
No, exactly. They're a serious buyer. So the sellers really have to do something to make sure their home shines. And we're finding that I've had some of our best months in November, December, and January. So I don't
Absolutely.
know if that works with you.
And where are the home prices? What are they doing?
They have went down a little bit for sure. And you're not having.
Have they gone down or have they just flattened out?
Well, here's the thing: if they've flattened out, but now we're not increasing the offers anymore because we have multiple offers. We're coming in lower.
Right, we're not getting the multiple offer situations anymore.
Traditional real estate. If you ask for $200,000, you don't come in at $200,000 if you don't have multiple offers.
So the days of we got 2 backup cash offers, and another guy waiting in the wings from Alaska, those are over right now?
A duffel bag full of cash waiting?
Right.
Yeah, that'll start up back in the spring, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, good. Well, yeah, because we've been seeing that, and we've told people, and here we are, we're at our year-end wrap-up show. We have both real estate experts that we have telling everybody out there, hey, look it. If you're serious about buying a home, you might be able to get a better deal right this second than you will in March, April, and
Well,
May.
it's absolutely, it's a 100% fact.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You don't have to move during this time. You just can buy the home, and you close in January, February.
Right.
So go out and look, and it's a great time to be a purchaser.
Yeah, secure the deal right now.
Without a doubt.
Love it.
There's also a lot of families out there that recently have entered into new construction purchases. So those homes are being built. They might be done this spring, and now they're just going to get their house on the market. And again, they have a
Nicole, do you
need
wanna
to
comment
sell
on new
quickly.
construction?
Are we going to start this again?
you gonna
Hey,
comment
I
on
do
new-
have something with new construction.
You're like, houses
Are you ready?
Houses are made of bricks.
Would you stop? Listen, I took a lot of Dayquil last Saturday.
You were
I was
not-
a little
you
ill,
were- you were not-
and that lamp was mesmerizing me.
I
I'm
didn't.
sorry.
I didn't even read you the text that we got.
Oh, stop! I don't want to know. I don't even want to know. Okay, carry on.
All right, let's carry on with this.
Let's go to Mark. Mark, good morning. You're live on the air. What's up?
Good morning, everybody. Happy holidays. I have an important question. I'm renting to own a property in Northwest Detroit, and a week and a half ago, I received a notice on the door stating that the house that I'm renting to own is in for a tax foreclosure, and it's going to auction in February. I wonder if I have any rights because I paid an exorbitant amount of money to live there so far.
Well, when you bought the home,
No, he was renting.
You're renting. You know what? It's kind of a touchy situation. Usually, the tax is going to tax foreclosures. They're going to take precedent over your rental rates, unfortunately. But if you were to obtain an attorney, they'd probably be able to put you in the right direction.
Mark, did you call the seller and find out what's going on?
I've contacted them, and they have not contacted me back. It's been a week and a half.
It's a good warning for 2015 moving forward. We actually shy away from these. Every situation's different. We got a lot of information to share with you on this, but renting is renting. Renting to own, you've got other families to worry about. If they don't make the house payment, if they don't pay the taxes on it, you might be throwing extra money at something that you're never going to be able to obtain.
So is there any way that I could possibly pay the back taxes and acquire the deed?
You actually can, Mark. Here's the thing; those are all publicly recorded. And what I would do is I would look up, who holds the note on that mortgage right now. So contact Wayne County, see who holds the note, and then contact them directly. Just for if it's U.S. Bank, contact them and say, "Listen, I'm renting this house. There's back taxes on it. What can I do?" Well, unfortunately, what's happening is that the seller's taking your rent, or the owner's taking your rent and just not paying any bills. He's just pocketing the cash.
But here's the thing: if there's not any foreclosure notices from a bank, that means it's probably owned free and clear, and the taxes are what's owed. So maybe there's there's an opportunity to get a good deal on the property.
It's through a real estate company, and I've contacted them, and yet they still have not called me back.
And that's been a few days. Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Through a real estate
week and a half. Yeah, the city sent me the information.
Mark, I'll call after the show and I'll put you in touch with an attorney. And
I appreciate
let's try to take care of you, man. Let's try to make you have a good Christmas.
All right, maybe we'll turn you into a buyer too for
Thanks,
2000.
Mark.
Thank you very much. Again, 2015. We got a lot going on.
I mean, I don't dislike Mark by any means. I hate that call though.
Well, it's such a shady thing to do.
It's such a scam. Like
It's such a bad thing.
It's somebody's home.
Right.
Like you're pocketing Mark's cash and not paying the taxes of the mortgage. I mean, it's just
Absolutely.
But all too often we hear those stories, and that's why rent to own that can be a good program. A lot of people are successful on it, but again, remember the renter doesn't own the property. Therefore, you're at the mercy of the landlord to make their mortgage payment and or taxes, or else the house goes into foreclosure.
Well, yeah, if we do rental loans, we still contact a title company to see what's owed and where you're at.
Sure.
So you make sure you're protected.
And of course, the reasons why is he might be sending extra money towards rent that might go to a future down payment or whatever. But we actually tell people don't even get mixed up in that. There's no reason to. You can do seller's concessions at the end of the transaction. 248-539-9797. We take all your calls about mortgages. If you're looking to purchase a house, please join us. We've got a great staff in here this morning to answer all your questions. Let's go out to Ben on a cell phone. Good morning, Ben. You're live on the ticket.
How you doing, guys?
Good morning,
morning,
sir.
Ben.
Good morning.
Yeah, we bought our house 5 years ago on the 9th, and we had got the first-time home buyer tax credit, and it's been 5 years. I don't remember all the ins and outs of that deal, and we're thinking of selling the house.
8,000 3 years.
What's that?
Go ahead. Finish it with your question. Go ahead.
And we're thinking of selling and getting a bigger house somewhere closer to my work, and I also wanted to see what you guys thought about Waterford, Clarkston areas, and where I'm going to get murdered less on taxes.
From property taxes?
Yes.
It's not. I mean, property taxes are pretty much they're relatively the same throughout the state. Throughout Oakland, the Tri-County area. You're not going to. It might be $500 a year swing.
There's a website you can put mill rates in Michigan, and it'll come up.
Okay. And then about we're good on the taxpayer home credit.
Yep, you're fine. It's 3 years. You're okay.
You're fine. You
gotta
stayed in the house
for
long
3
enough.
years. You did the right thing, man. You did a good job, Ben.
Ben, we're up against the break
for you.
All right,
awesome
thanks, man.
call.
Hey,
Bye-bye.
thanks for the call, my man.
Right when we come back, all your calls 248-539-9797.
At Friendly Ford Lincoln in Monroe, Friendly isn't just a name, it's a way of doing business. Right now, Friendly has great incentives on all current Ford models, plus holiday bonus cash this year, featuring great sign and drive programs on Friendly's most popular models, Fusion and Escape. Right now, Friendly Ford Lincoln has a huge inventory, and it's priced to move. So stop by and ask one of the Friendly salespeople how to get the best deal today. Friendly Ford Lincoln is located on Telegraph Road in Monroe, just a few miles off I-75 and I-275. Visit online at friendlyfordmonroe.com. Remember, if it doesn't say friendly, it probably isn't.
If knee pain has taken over your life, but you don't want to go through the stress and rigors of total knee replacement, finally, there's an answer. Not knee replacement, but Makoplasty knee resurfacing at DMC Huron Valley Sinai Hospital. Minimally invasive with robotic-assisted precision for reduced pain and much shorter recovery time. Get your life back. Makoplasty partial knee resurfacing at DMC Huron Valley Sinai Hospital in Commerce Township. Learn more at dmc.org/Mako or call 888-DMC-2500. DMC, leading orthopedic care. Learn more about Makoplasty partial knee resurfacing from a DMC orthopedic surgeon at one of our free seminars. For details and to register for upcoming Makoplasty seminars in Royal Oak and Commerce Township, call 888-DMC-2500. Ask for the Makoplasty seminars, 888-DMC-2500, or go to dmc.org/Mako.
It's always so busy this time of year. How about giving yourself a little me time at your neighborhood Bo Rick Salon and get the cut and style you want at a great price? Right now, for a limited time, you can buy 4 haircuts for just $10 each. That's right. When you buy a prepaid haircut card from Bo Rick's, you'll get 4 quality cuts for just $10 each. The 4 for $40 deal going on now at participating Bo Rick's salons. Celebrate the season in style by coming into Bo Rick's today and buy a 4 for $40 prepaid haircut card while supplies last.
I'd heard some talk about financial assistance to help pay for health insurance, but I thought my income was too high. Not that I have money to throw around, but,
41% of people who are likely eligible to get help paying for health insurance don't know it. Are you one of them? Humana's Health Insurance Workshops can help you find out if you qualify for financial assistance. There's no obligation. Visit humanahelps.com to learn more. That's humanahelps.com.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
And now, Tubby's Sub Shops, 12 days of savings. 12 drumsticks drumming, 11 peppers popping, 10 chips a crunching, 9 lettuce builders, 8 breaded mushrooms, 7 chicken cheddars, 6 soups a ladling, 5 Tubby's Famous, 4 taco subs, 3 chicken clubs, 2 French fries, and an XL steak and cheese.
Visit your local Tubby's Sub Shops for the 12 days of savings, where you'll save on something different each day. Happy holidays from your Tubby's buddies.
On sockets, on ratchets, on standard and metric, the Home Depot has Husky's 185-piece mechanics tool set with a lifetime warranty, normally $149, now just $99. So let's give someone's toolbox a tune-up. At this price, you'd better dash away now and pick one up. That's how to holiday. Let's do this. Husky's 185-piece mechanics tool set, just $99. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. While supplies last, U.S. only. See store for details.
Millionaires are being made all season long at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football site. Go to DraftKings.com now and use promo code Detroit to play free in the $10 million Fantasy Football World Championships. DraftKings.com.
Avoid confusion. Set all your buttons to 97.1, The Ticket.
welcome back to the show. We broadcast till 10 o'clock. It's our last version of the Hardcore Mortgage Show for 2014. That's right. We're going to be back here in 2015. I want to thank all our listeners right now at the beginning of the show. And again, we've helped a lot of families out there save money, hoping to get more of you to save money and come our way.
Yeah, we're going on our 15th year on the air dispensing what we call consumer advocacy, consumer advice, on the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate and Business Show. And, in part, it's been successful. It's been a great show. It's been a great run. We're going to continue. Hopefully, we do it for another 25 years. We have our guests. We have Nicole. We have Dan on as our real estate panel. But, the builders that we've had on the year, including, Howard Fingerroot from Pinnacle Homes, Jeff Sacqua, from
Ray,
Hunter Pasteur. Right. Yeah, right. Who's that?
Patrick Ray?
Remember Patrick Ray was great on it. Our legal counsel, or one of our many the guys that we call in. When you run a company, you have to seek outside good counsel. Bruce Gorash has been on from Lefkowski and Gorash, and we seek to have experts in the field on the show. It's just not about, talking about, what do you do when a guy DQs on a land contract and all that kind of stuff. We go to the experts in our industry. So today we brought everybody together, at least our real estate panel, and said, hey, listen, what we say on the air, it has to be backed up and it has to be credible and it has to be factual. So we're dispensing credible advice on the air and setting people up for success so they can continue to make their mortgage payments in the case of current homeowners, but also getting new homeowners, first-time home buyers, trade-up buyers, step-up buyers. All we care about doing is making people successful because we don't want to go through what happened starting in 2008.
I think it's such a solid point. I think Harry and Harvey and myself, and obviously Nicole and Dan, you guys are, I think, the best in your field, and that's why we bring you guys on the show. And I think that, obviously the three of us, Harvey, Harry, and myself, we're the best in the mortgage industry. I mean, I know what I'm doing. I mean, I've been doing it forever. Harry's been doing it forever. Harvey's been doing it forever. But there are certain things that I don't know about, and I'll be flat out honest. And you have to seek outside counsel. I mean, there's some things I call Dave Mendelson and Sarah Allen for. There's some things
they love taking your calls.
There's some things I just don't know about. But that's what we're here for. We're here to help you guys. I'm a local guy. I want to help people locally here.
248-539-9797, building stronger communities. You're all our neighbors. Let's go out there to Mike in Detroit. Good morning, Mike. Thanks for calling in.
Mike, what's up, man? Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning, man.
Hey, Mike.
Like I was telling your screener, I'm a first-time buyer at 57, and I just want some lead to where do I start at? Am I still eligible for?
Of course.
A first-time loan?
Yeah.
Would it be better to go through the bank?
Mike, you're eligible for anything you want, man. I mean, how much you want to put down on the house? What are you working with down payment wise?
I'm looking at $30,000.
Okay, so for the down payment or the purchase price?
For the down payment.
For the down payment. And what's the purchase price you're looking at?
I want to stay probably around $150,000.
Okay.
I actually want to be able to pay it off in my lifetime.
That's a good idea.
Mike, it's a great idea. There's nothing outside the box regarding your transaction. It's a regular old purchase. If you want to come to the office, I'll sit down with you. I'll hold your hand. I'll walk you through it. It's a very, very straightforward process. And quite frankly, owning a home is awesome. I mean, you're going to love it, man.
And Alex, the first thing people should do when buying a home is visit the mortgage broker, and then from there you visit a realtor. Figure out how much you can do, how you're going to structure the loan. Do you need concessions? And then you sit down after talking to the mortgage broker, how you're going to structure banker. I'm sorry,
that guy too.
Yeah. Then you sit down with the realtor and you take some time and find an expert in your area.
Thanks for the call, Mike. We're going to call you
after the show. What I'll do is I'll do a pre-approval for you. We'll get you approved. We'll get you the payment you want, and we'll take care of you, man.
All right, thank you.
Good deal. Thanks, Mike.
All right.
See you, man.
We're very optimistic about 2015. Again, there's going to be a few more ways to purchase a home. 3% down conventional loans are back on the chopping block here, which is good to open up some doors for additional people. But again, there's so many opportunities out there with low rates. Still, prices are relatively low in our area, and there's some great grant programs out there for first-time home buyers also in Wayne County and certain selected cities. Be sure to call us. We have all the answers on that. 248-539-9797. Let's move off to some calls now. Let's try David out there in Rochester Hills. Good morning, David. You're live on the ticket.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning,
Dave.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, I have purchased a new home in Rochester Hills, and my mortgage is around $4,000 a month. But I also own a home in Birmingham where my payment is about $5,000 a month. And I was wondering if I could lower my payment in Birmingham by paying interest only or not.
No. You can't do those loans anymore.
No.
How did you get stuck with $9,000 in house payments?
Well, I bought a new home and they built it. They were supposed to be done in 9 months, and it took them a lot longer. So we couldn't sell our house until they were ready to, close on it. And they told us 3 weeks before they were ready to close that they were ready to close. So then we put our house up on the market in September.
So the Birmingham house is listed?
Yes.
Yeah, David, that's a pretty hot market, isn't it? I mean, are you getting any bites on it?
We have got one. We had one showing in November and all of December, and it's very, very quiet.
Really?
That's odd.
Yeah, is it priced right? And we know Birmingham's properties are flying off the market.
they're not staying long
It's
at all.
a nice area. It's 5,200 square feet. It's got 4 bedrooms.
What street's it on?
East of Woodward, west of Woodward?
We are off of Lincoln between Southfield and Cranbrook.
Okay, sure. That's a great area.
Great area. There's something going on there then, because if 5,200 square feet, what's the price again?
1.48.
1.48. And how old is the home?
It is 12 years old. It's all been remodeled.
Sounds like a great house.
Yeah. Any feedback from your realtor as far as the showing?
Everybody loves it, but nobody has made an offer at all. We've had about 12 people go through it. 3 people been through it a couple times, but nobody's made an offer. But
It is, it's obviously a more difficult time to sell a house. Christmas holidays rolling in, New Year. Plus, the prices. There are buyers in that market. There have been more 7-figure sales this year than any year in the last 5 years.
I'd like to know what the feedback is from the people that have seen it.
I mean, so you roll it over into the new year, you start fresh, and I gotta believe, and I know you don't want to hear this, but I gotta believe by March, April, May, you'll be getting a lot of action on it.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
David, let me do this. I'm going to have I'll have Dan and Nicole call after the show, and
That's great.
Just double check the listing ticket and all that. Make sure everything's good to go on trying to sell that one in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks
for the call, my man.
See ya.
All right, let's continue the calls here. 248-539-9797. We want to hear from you if you're out there. Again, be sure to call Capital Mortgage if you don't want to call the show at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. You can always send us an email to mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. We respond to everything. And let's go out to Troy. We got Jeff out there. Good morning, Jeff. Welcome to our show. Go ahead.
Hey, appreciate you taking the call. First-time caller for your show.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Jeff.
I'm looking at, I own a piece of property up north. I've got a cottage on it near, and I'm looking at buying an adjoining piece of property on a land contract. And I'm just wondering what kind of advice you guys have for things I need to consider before I go ahead and, sign a purchase agreement and close this deal.
Well, I mean, when you buy a house on a land contract or a piece of property on a land contract, you're still going to do a full title search on there and make sure that there's no extra liens on the property. The biggest issue you're going to have buying on a land contract is if there's a mortgage on that property. Because if that property is financed and the seller or the holder of that land contract isn't making the mortgage payment, you're going to lose that.
Or with the mortgage, they can also, the lender can call it due.
Yeah, absolutely.
Depending if that clause is in their mortgage.
Typically, you don't do a land contract unless it's owned outright.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's owner financing.
Right.
Right.
Jeff, this is the property you have now with the cottage on it, you want to buy the lot next to it, correct?
Yeah.
Why can't we take cash out of the property that you currently have and just pay cash for the vacant land?
Probably because I don't have enough equity in it. I still have a mortgage on that property.
Mm-hmm. What's the balance on it?
Probably about $35,000.
And what do you think it's worth?
Probably about $85,000.
All right, what are you going to buy the land? What are you going to buy the vacant land for next door?
$65,000.
That's close.
I mean, you get a better interest rate on a loan than you will a land contract. The sellers always have them very high priced.
Jeff,
let me do this. Maybe like an equity loan on the existing property that I own?
I mean, I'm thinking we can go to 80% cash out on the property you own. I think that's going to be a much more safer and secure way for you to acquire that adjacent property. Let me call after the show. We'll run some numbers for you and see what the house is worth and what the cottage is worth, and we can go from there, man.
Hey, that sounds great. I appreciate it.
You got a deal. Thanks, Jeff.
Brother.
See you, man.
All righty. Thanks for the call. 248-539-9797. We always have so much to share with you, but the calls are pretty good here. So let's continue. We're going to go to, you got that one on line one. We've got Dave on the line from Milford. Go ahead, Dave.
How you guys doing this morning?
Good morning, sir.
Show.
What's up? Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
I've got a complicated situation. You get all these easy calls every week, and I've got a fairly complicated situation, so I'm going to try to be as short as possible. But I'm looking for a consultant, a real estate consultant that can help me get to where I need to be. And where I'm at is I've got, I had a modification from Super Duper Modification Company that dragged me out for 18 months 3 years ago, and ended up getting a foreclosure notice on my door the day before Christmas. Didn't even know the house got sold in the sheriff's sale 6 months before. I was just kept being told that it was going to be fine. 3 years ago, this all happened. In the same process, the 2008 downturn, I had a business that I shut down.
Dave, I got to run to a break, buddy. I'm going to put you back on. Hang on, okay? Because I want to hear the rest of the call. Give me 1 second.
All right, sit right there.
Hang on.
All right, it's 9:26 in the morning. You've got to tune to the Hardcore Mortgage Show. Keep it right here.
Today we're here with Dwight from DTE Energy. Thanks for being here, Dwight.
I'm happy to be here.
So can you tell us a little bit about gas safety?
I would love to. Safety is important to us here at DTE Energy. We're constantly working to improve infrastructure so we can enjoy the safe, warm, reliable advantages of natural gas.
So what's DTE doing specifically?
DTE spent $75 million this year alone to improve safety and reliability.
Oh, that's fantastic. So what's with that rotten egg smell?
That's what we add to natural gas to make it easier to recognize. If you do suspect a gas leak, first, leave the area at once. Second, go to a location where you no longer smell gas outside the house or building. Lastly, call 1-800-947-5000 immediately to report the situation.
Sounds like DTE is doing a really good job.
Yes, DTE is recognized as a nationwide industry leader by the American Gas Association for our quick response to reported gas leaks.
Thanks so much for all the info, Dwight. Really appreciate it. For more information, go to DTEenergy.com/gas safety. DTE Energy. Know your own power.
Attention shoppers, get to ABC Warehouse and save up to 65% off hundreds of items store-wide. Like a Samsung LED 1080p 60-inch smart TV for only $898. Or a Whirlpool 25 cubic foot stainless steel French door refrigerator with ice and water through the door. Closeout priced at $1497. You won't find deals like this anywhere else. ABC Warehouse, the closest thing to wholesale. Attention shoppers, get to ABC Warehouse for the ultimate deals on appliances, HD TVs, mattresses, furniture, and more. Save up to 65% store-wide with no interest for up to 5 years. Get a Sealy Posturepedic Deluxe Queen mattress set for only $437. And now through Saturday, get factory direct pricing and cash rebates on our best-selling ranges with prices starting at just $277. The deals are always in the house. ABC Warehouse, the closest thing to wholesale.
Hi, I'm Neil Sobek. And I'm Philip Sobek. Over 50 years ago, our grandparents, John and Iola Sobek, opened the first Chicken Shack in Royal Oak, Michigan.
Hi, this is Iola. When John and I started Chicken Shack in 1956, we knew that serving great tasting food and making people feel welcome was a recipe for success.
We have always put Michigan families first because we are a Michigan company. And as the years pass and the seasons change, one thing remains the same, Chicken Shack's commitment to quality.
Walk into any of our Chicken Shack restaurants and experience tastes like no other. From Michigan's best tasting chicken to tender ribs with our family barbecue sauce. When planning an office party or family gathering for the holidays, spread good cheer by serving Chicken Shack for around $5 per person.
Make Chicken Shack a big part of your holiday tradition. Visit chickenshack.com to check out our party planner and for great values and money-saving coupons.
Chicken Shack has been bringing Michigan families together for over 50 years. Thanks for letting our family be a part of yours this holiday season.
Remember, when you think chicken, think Chicken Shack.
If you're a man who's trying to hide your gray hair by dyeing it, there's just one problem. Everyone can see how fake it looks. And not only do artificial dyes look unnatural, they can really damage your hair. Fortunately now there's Never Age, a scientific breakthrough formulated to safely restore men's gray hair to its natural color and look completely natural too. Discover how you can receive a free full-size bottle by calling now, 1-800-300-5581. Unlike damaging artificial dyes, the unique Never Age formula goes straight to the root to restore color from the inside as it grows, so your hair looks and feels completely natural. Never Age not only restores your youthful color and confidence, it also adds strength and boosts healthy growth to make your hair denser, fuller, thicker, and stronger too. So guys, see how youthful and natural your hair can look with Never Age. To guarantee your free full-size bottle, call now. 1-800-300-5581. That's 1-800-300-5581.
Tune in Sunday as the Lions take on the Vikings. Game time 425, presented by Ford, the official automotive company of the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Mother Waddles. Red Wings losing at home to the Panthers 3-2. That was in a shootout 2-0. The Wings are now 1-5 in shootouts this year. In fact, Florida has won their last 5 games at Joe Louis Arena. Riley Sheehan and Gustav Nyquist, the goal scorers for the Wings. Wings are in Toronto tonight, 6:40 right here on 97.1 The Ticket. Pistons winners at Phoenix. It happened, 105-103. They snapped their 13-game losing streak. They improved to 4-19. Andre Drummond, a double-double, 23 points, 14 rebounds. Also a couple of key free throws with 2.5 seconds left. Pistons in Sacramento tonight. College basketball today on WWJ AM 950. It's number 3 Arizona hosting the 6-3 Wolverines, coming off 2 tough losses, to say the least. Lions football tomorrow right here on The Ticket at 4:25 from Ford Field. 9-4 Lions against the 6-7 Vikings. From the 1-800 to Call Sam Studios, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 971theticket.com.
The station with the most important guest is you.
97.1 Alrighty, welcome back to the show, 932. It is the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. You can call today and get an approval letter, typically within 24 hours. Be sure to call the experts, learn all about it, purchasing a home from A to Z. Deal with the experts. We know how to save you money. Let's continue our call. We've got Dave on the line still. Dave, try to make it concise because we don't have a lot of time here.
Understand. I went through a modification, lost the home. The mortgage was in my wife's name. I've remained clean and free and have a 600 credit rating, which I don't have a lot of credit. It's not necessarily bad, but I don't have a lot of credit.
600
The problem
is it 600 or 640 or 601? I mean, what is it?
Well, it's according to the last credit report that I ran, it was from 600 to 660.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's fine.
Depending on the agency.
Okay.
The problem is, I've got from the previous business I owned, I've got some tax liability and it been deemed non-collectible by the Internal Revenue Service. But I've got those liens. There's 4 or 5 liens still hanging over my head.
Right.
And the question I have is it absolutely unconditionally that I've got to have those cleaned up before I can get a mortgage?
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to have to let us. There's a lot of moving parts, as we like to say, a lot of moving parts here, and we're going to have to dive really deep in it. So let Alex take a look at it and give him the authorization to do so, and he can figure it out for you.
I'm willing to pay somebody to help me get back on track.
Dave, let me do this.
We'll do
let
it
me
for
call you
free.
for the show. Like Harry said, there's a lot of moving parts, and let me just try to set you up to be successful down the road. And it's a stepping process, but we'll take care of you, man.
Thanks for the call. Really good stuff,
Thanks,
Dave. Again, a lot of families have had problems back in the olden days. We can get you back on track. Again, tell us your story. Give us a call at the office or here in the studio. If we can get in touch with you, we can get you the advice you need, get some professional help, and move you in the right direction. 248-539-9797. I want to go out to Steve out there in Highland. Good morning, Steve. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Yeah, I was curious. Right now I live in Highland, as you know. Bought a house 3 years ago for $140,000. It's probably worth about $170 now. I ended up doing a road development program with no down payment.
Great loan.
At 5%.
Awesome.
5%. And, I'm paying an extra couple $100 a month on the mortgage. It's about $1,000. I'm paying about $1,200. So I didn't know, is it possible, should I look to get a remortgage to like a 15 years so I can cut down on some of the interest?
Yeah, absolutely. Man. We can do a USDA streamline and take it to a 15-year all day. It's a very, very simple transaction.
Well, the catch is, though, is there's a possibility. I got a daughter in 9th grade. When she graduates, it's possible we may move and downsize. So is there, in 5 years, if we move, is it still worth it?
Is there equity in the property?
About $10,000.
I mean, if you're going to move in 5 years, I mean, I could flip it to like a 7-year arm or a 5-year arm. I mean, you're at 5%.
Are those risky?
Well, I mean, they're risky because
only if you stay over the term.
If you're going to stay over the term, the rate could go up. Yeah.
And if you know for sure, can you say for sure right now as you're sitting there today that you're going to move in 5 years?
Well, I have to say, I mean, we have a Colonial, and my wife doesn't do the stairs real well, so we got to get out, got to get a ranch.
So if you say yes to that answer, then we put you on a program that suits your needs.
Okay.
We match it up with what your lifestyle is.
Yes.
How does, when you're doing a 15-year, because right now I'm paying almost $550 a month in interest. What do you think? I mean, is it,
Well, a 15 years it's going to accelerate paying down the principal, obviously.
Right. You'll get a lower rate and pay down the principal.
I just know that you're going to lock in. It's going to be probably a few $100 more a month, right, or $1,400 a month, roughly. Or, I know you can't crunch numbers.
Yeah, I mean,
on the air, but
no, I can. I mean, it might go up like $200-300 a month. It'll go up, but I mean, you're going to pay the principal down much quicker, and you're going to have equity in the house when you sell it in 5 years.
It really could be a great path. I like that rate. Yeah.
Steve, I mean, it's a conversation I want to have with you, after the show, and just get a better feel of what you're going to do. I mean, like I'm on a 7-year arm. There's absolutely zero chance I'm going to be in my house in 7 years. Absolutely none.
Right.
So, I mean, I think that, I think it's a good way to go.
All right, so you're going to catch...
I will call you after the show. You got a deal, partner.
Okay.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, thank you.
See you, man.
All right, great call. 248-539-9797.
Why is that such a great call? Because there isn't one mortgage solution for every single person.
It just isn't.
He's got a lifestyle. He knows he's going to be. It sounds like he knows he's not going to be there more than 5 or 6 years. So why don't we put him on a program that matches what he's going to do at a lower rate? He's going to pay down the equity. All right, he's going to pay down the mortgage, and he's going to have some equity when he sells.
Yeah, $10,000 in equity right now. Transfer tax and
they'll eat it up.
It's gone.
Right, it'll eat it up.
No equity.
Absolutely.
So, look, mortgage debt has declined $1.26 trillion from the peak. Studies suggest that most of the declines in the debt was due to the foreclosures and the short sales. But more and more homeowners, this is right up our alley, are paying down their principal, dropping the term, positioning themselves for the future.
Because it's smart. That's why.
Exactly.
That's smart.
They've learned over the years.
Finally.
Yeah.
I just took someone last week from a 30-year. They just bought the house last year. They have equity in the house. It's a local house. Now they're down to a 20-year. They're moving in the right direction. That's what you need to do if you're listening. 248-539-9797. We are going to go to Greg on a cell phone on line 2. Hey, good morning, Greg. Welcome to the show.
Greg, what's up, man?
What's up, Greg?
I'm here.
Yes.
Hey, what's happening? We're here, too.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Hello?
Greg,
we're here, buddy.
Hello?
Hey, Greg, we'll put you on hold, man.
No, his question was not. He said he wasn't treated fairly, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Greg. Wasn't fair. Maybe he was the guy that we needed 4 pages of his bank statements and only sent in 3. And then he said, "Why do you need the 4th page?" Well, because we do. That's why.
I get that
That's why
all
we
the
do.
time.
That's why.
248-539-9797. Let's try Jeremy out there in St. Clair Shores. Hey, Jeremy. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Hey, what's
Jeremy, what's up?
I just bought a house short sale on a FHA loan. I got a good deal on it. We were long-time renters. But now the house is already, it's a 2-bedroom house. It's already feeling a little small. I'm wondering, should I pay down that interest and look at moving after my 5 years? Or should I make an addition now and try to sell the house for more? What would be a better use of my money?
It's really up to you. I mean, do you like the area?
Well, the determining
I love the property. It's on a half acre, which is kind of unusual in St. Clair Shores, and it's wooded. But it's not. We'd like to move up north somewhere.
The determining factor is if the area supports an addition, what you want to do to it, as far as putting money into the home. So you have to look at what your home will end up being and what those properties are selling for.
Hey, Jeremy, you sound like a younger guy. Question, what was your motivation to buy a 2-bedroom house? You just did it recently, and it sounds like the story changed. What happened?
We were living with my fiance's mother, and we had been renting for a long time. We moved in there to save money, and we looked at, we wanted to keep our mortgage payment around $500, $600 a month.
Okay.
Just to keep bills down. And we looked for a long time, and that was all we could find. We kind of settled on a 2-bedroom. We love everything else about the house.
Sure, I'm going to have Dan call you after the show or Nicole call after the show and see if the area supports an addition. I don't want you to spend a bunch of money on the house and have it not be worth what you put into it.
Right, that's what I'm looking at.
I'll have one of the realtors call after the show, and they'll take care of you, partner.
All right, great.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thanks, man.
All right. Mortgage rates are at all-time lows. So, again, if you did buy a house recently and you haven't refinanced it, definitely give us a phone call. We can say it till the end of the world.
Say it for me. Rates aren't going down to 0. But the time is now. They're not going to zero.
They're not going to zero. They have some recent drops recently. And again, did you buy a house last year, the year before? Are you in a situation where you really got the wrong house or the wrong loan? We can help change things for you and move you in the right direction. Again, more professional advice. A lot of times we could just point you in the right direction. Again, there's a lot of decisions to make. Guys, we have the real estate agents in here, so I want to bring you guys back into the fold. There's no doubt you got to find out and really interview a family, whether they're a younger couple just starting off or older couple. You really have to find out their motivation, and is this going to work for them? You need to know what they need.
It's kind of funny. Well, we're going to break. Go ahead.
Another break? What is going on here?
It's like a massage. It's going way too fast here. All right, 9:41 when we come back. All your calls.
Unwrap extra savings this holiday at the Microsoft Store during 12 days of deals. Today, only $29.99 for Destiny or Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Regularly $59.99. Perfect for stocking stuffers and a $30 savings. There's a new deal every day, so shop early and often. Tomorrow, save on an unlocked Lumia 635 Windows Phone. 12 days of deals is halfway over, so grab your Santa hat and hurry in to save. Now through December 19th. For details or to find a store, visit MicrosoftStore.com. Quantities limited.
Attention CDL truck drivers. Penske Logistics is hiring Class A CDL drivers right now for immediate dedicated home daily or regional routes in Metro Detroit. Penske offers new top-of-the-line equipment, 24/7 support, great pay, benefits, and most importantly, a career. Drive like a champion for Penske Logistics. Call 1-855-CDL-PENSKE. Again, that's 1-855-CDL-PENSKE. Or apply online at gopenske.com/drivers.
Wow, have you seen all the job ads for Microsoft, Cisco, software development, and other IT jobs?
I've been telling you to get into IT for years. New Horizons is military friendly. They got me enrolled into a great program using my veteran benefits.
Sounds great.
Yeah, New Horizons offers both day and evening classes, so you can complete your training around your schedule. And they make sure your IT skills are never obsolete. In fact, I'm going back next month to upgrade my certification.
How do I get started?
You just call them today at 1-844-4NEW-CAREER or go online to nhgreatlakes.com.
Surprise!
Hey, you always know what I like.
That's why you married me.
Smart guy. Hey, the holidays are a great time to remember all the people in your life. What better way than with Holiday Instants from the Michigan Lottery?
I love them. How did you know?
Pretty sure you told me, Grandma.
Oh, I guess I did.
Did you think that I'd forget? It's the little things that matter. Did you think that I'd forget? The little things you've done for me.
Holiday Instants are fun to give.
One for Billy's teacher, one for Cliff the mailman, one for my neighbor Maddie.
And fun to get.
And one for me.
Perfect. There's Wintergreen, Surprise Package, Holiday Luck, and Holiday Cash. And with top prizes up to $500,000, they can put a smile on anyone's face, even yours.
How could I forget your face, the way it shines? The gift I like this season is to see your smile match mine.
This season, put more happy in their holiday with Holiday Instants from the Michigan Lottery.
Did you think that I'd forget?
Playing guitar in a rock band was the best time of my life. But like a dummy, I didn't wear earplugs. So I got this ringing in my ears called tinnitus. It screwed up my focus, my creative edge. I had trouble sleeping, and I had to keep asking people, what? What'd you say? It was awful. Until I discovered Ringaway.
Ringaway is the new fast-acting breakthrough designed with doctor-recommended ingredients to relieve constant ringing or buzzing. And right now, they're letting the public try it for free. Just call 1-800-400-4917 now while supplies last. The only product of its kind, Ringaway is so powerful, it doesn't just relieve the ringing or buzzing. It actually supports ear health, too, so you can work and sleep in peace.
Ringaway is amazing. I just wish I tried it sooner.
If you want the ringing to go away, call now to try Ringaway for free. But hurry, this is an exclusive radio-only offer. Call now for details. 1-800-400-4917. That's 1-800-400-4917. 1-800-400-4917.
Look out in the street there. You know what you don't see? My car, because I had to sell it to pay the lawyer I hired when I got busted for drunk driving. Know what else you don't see? My girlfriend, who decided that a guy with no car and no license and no money was no fun.
Cops are out there cracking down on drunk driving all across the country, and they'll see you before you see them. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Today, get out to Rally House on Hall Road in Shelby Township and meet the Ticket Chicks and the Street Team. They'll be there from 1 to 3, and they'll have your chance to win tickets to the 2014 Quick Lane Bowl at Ford Field December 26th. While you're there, test your skills in the 97.1 The Ticket Gaming Trailer presented by WOW Internet, Cable, and Phone. And don't forget to put Rally House on your holiday shopping list for the best sports apparel, gifts, and gift cards. More at 971theticket.com.
Building a world-class sports station in a world-class sports city.
97.1 The Ticket.
Everybody, welcome back to the show. 946, the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage bank. That's 1-800-569-7283. Definitely give us a phone call. Here in the studio, always, 248-539-9797. We are wrapping up 2014. It's really been a great year. Of course, we brought in Dan Dubinsky from Skyward Realty, Nicole Moscow with Remax Classic out in Milford. Great agents. There are great agents out there.
Well, they're a frequent panel. You know, those are the people that we turn to go ahead and, you know, not only do they do business, but you know what? They can articulate clearly their point when they get on the radio. So we have a lot of people that say, oh, we want to come on the show. How come you don't invite us on the show? And then when we invite them on the show, they've got that deer in the headlight look. They can't converse, properly. They cannot articulate their points clearly.
Not
like,
you guys.
Maybe last Saturday.
You guys are good at what you do. I mean,
thank you.
You know, the bottom line is you have to be able to communicate with people and tell them what you do and how we're going to help people.
You know, the feedback I get from the people that listen to the show is that the theme here is hire a professional. Hire someone that knows what they're doing and make sure what's going on. I had a gentleman come in the other day, very smart guy, and I said, he's looking for a new agent. I said, well, what happened to the other one? He said, well, I hired her, but I'll tell you the truth why I hired her. She would give me the lockbox codes.
That's not even ethical.
Wow.
It's not.
Well, you know, you got to hire professionals. That's why we have you on our panel. That's why we mentioned, some of our legal counsel, Bruce Gorosh, Lefkowski and Gorosh, our CPA panel. Guys like Alan Borson and Gordy Leff at LBF and Steve Rock at Schindel and Rock. And you've got to understand that we will set you up for success and put you with professionals. And there are countless more. These are just some of the names. But we want to set our clients up for success.
The cool thing is, too, is like, you guys, they're my friends. Like, I trust you. Like, I'm not going to, like, if I give someone a referral, like, I've used them personally. Because when you give someone a referal, if it goes bad, it's your fault.
Oh, you're going to hear it.
Yeah, it's your fault.
It usually goes, hey, Harry, your guy.
Yeah, your guy.
Your guy, ... My guy. Okay, yeah, he's my guy.
Dubinsky and Josh Taylor, like Sean, your office,
Listen,
you guys are all my friends.
I don't even
trust
refer
you.
inspectors anymore. It's like that.
Right, it is.
Your guy.
Because if 2 years down the line something goes wrong, guess what? You're right.
It's your fault.
Your guy.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to Auburn Hills. We got Mark out there. Hey, Mark, good morning. Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, what's up, Tom?
Here's our situation is me and my wife, we had a foreclosure about 4 years ago. It's showing on my credit report. And we're renting right now. We're looking at hopefully buying a house soon. But the issue is both of us are 1099s and been with this job for over a year now. Now, my wife's credit is probably the mid-600s. How long do we have to wait being 1099 to try to apply for a mortgage?
I need 2 years of 1099 employment.
Okay, 2 years.
Because you're basically self-employed. Yes. So I would need your 13 and 14 tax returns.
Okay. Now, with her, I mean, our main job, we've been stockpiling money, holding on to it pretty good. Actually, her last 2 jobs have been 1099s, but does it have to be one single employer?
Is it in the same field?
One's insurance and one was with finances.
Well, it's financial services.
We'd
have to take a look at the tax
return. I need the whole story. There's more to that. I need to see exactly. I want to see do me a favor, Mark. Pull together your 12 and 13 tax returns.
Okay.
And I'll give you a call after the show and I'll take a look at them. It's financial services, the field. So it might be something we could pull together for you.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, I'll call shortly, man. Give me like 20 minutes.
We'll follow up with you. Thanks, Mark. Again, now
Thanks,
we've
Mark.
got to qualify and find out what you qualify for. We might have to work on the credits situation a little bit.
And the reason for that being with 1099 is you're basically self-employed. And a lot of people that are 1099, like realtors, don't pay taxes. So they deduct all
like realtors.
Nice.
So they deduct all their miles. They drive 100,000 miles a year.
Nicole does.
I do.
Josh in our office just got a loan, right?
Yeah.
1099,
I took care of it. Yeah. You can still get it. It's fairly simple.
It's not that you're 1099. It's what income you're showing over the last 2 years. Are you in the same related industry? If so, you can get that credit score up. You can become a homeowner.
It's not that you're self-employed.
Hey, Harry, I make a lot of money, but I write everything off. Yeah, hey, bro. That means you don't make a lot of money.
You don't show a lot. All righty. Let's continue a few calls here. We got Doug out in New Baltimore. Hey, Doug, thanks for calling in. Go ahead, sir.
Doug, what's up?
Yeah, how you doing?
Good,
Doug. What's going on? Hey, Doug.
I'll have one of those.
Hey, loved your show. Just want to say that.
Thank you.
Hey, I got a quick question. Back when things were big, better before 08, I was doing what they call the VIP loan.
Okay. I want to hear that. What's a VIP loan?
To wait behind a velvet rope.
Well, it was I remortgaged every 6 months.
Okay.
And the equity that was in my house, it
disappeared.
The current rate of, what the interest rate was to what I was remortgaging for, I got like a rebate. So.
Did they take you upstairs? Doug, did they take you upstairs into those private rooms with the curtains that close?
Doug, we are going to call you off there. We got some calls to get to. I am going to find out and get to the bottom of this off the air this afternoon.
I can already tell you what. It wasn't a VIP loan. That was some stupid gimmick that his mortgage guy was telling him.
Churn them every 6 months.
Man. Churn him every 6 months. Put him on a 6-month arm, and I'll just redo it every 6 months for you.
Can we just say call Capital Mortgage? The worst we can do for you is save money.
Arm. Remember those?
That's what it was.
Never did them.
I think the MVP loan was better than that VIP loan.
Folks, be sure to call the One Stop Mortgage Bank right here in Southeast Michigan. Again, we handle mortgages all over the country. If you want to buy your vacation home in Florida.
Doug paid by the song for his mortgage.
Right, exactly.
Nice.
Be sure to call us, though, definitely, whether it be FHA, conventional, jumbo loans. If you're looking for a rural development loan, easy for me to say, there's lots of opportunities. Call the experts. We handle everything at Capital. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Again, we're wrapping up 2014. The clock won't stop for us. Let's go to one more call here. We will go out to Derek in Detroit. Good morning, Derek. You're live on the ticket.
Morning, how are you?
D, what's up, man?
Uh-oh.
Hey, I bought a duplex about a year ago.
Awesome.
And I'm looking. I would love to. And I bought it in a Green Acres Sherwood Forest area. But I'm looking to purchase another home. I don't know if the time frame is about February is when I bought it. So I'm looking to try to buy another home. I have about $10,000 down. But here's the catch: because I just bought this, I want to know, is it too soon to buy another one to actually live in? Because my duplex has tenants in both sides.
Sweet.
And my student loans are like $150.
Okay.
But I make about $120. So, and my credit score is around 635. But most of that I have some hard inquiries that fall off early January or early February.
Okay.
What do you recommend at this point?
As long as you qualify with your current duplex and student loans, it's no big deal. The house you're going to buy right now is going to be your primary residence, correct?
Correct.
Okay, yeah. As long as you qualify with the duplex and student loans and your income's there, that's an easy deal. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, now those debts can count against you. That house payment could count against you on the duplex.
He makes 120. He makes 10 grand a month.
He's got good equity there.
Yeah.
He's good.
Derek, that's an easy deal, man. No problem at all.
I don't make 10 grand a month. I can put 10 grand down. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you made 120.
I make 120, but I mean, with taxes, it comes out to less than that. So
okay,
I understand. Yep, cool. We're on the same page, Derek. I think you'll be okay. Let me call you after the show, and I'll get you approved, and we'll go from there.
Well, that's awesome, man.
Good deal, man. Thanks, Derek.
Piece of cake.
See you,
I
man.
like that call, actually. Sure enough, he bought a 2-unit property. He's got both sides rented out. Hey, now he's going to find a place to live for himself. If you qualify, you can make that happen every day.
Yeah, there's nothing outside the box about that transaction. People there's a misconception that it's hard to buy, a second property. As long as you qualify, there's nothing else. It's not a commercial loan. It's not a 6-month underwrite. It's a regular old transaction.
Yeah, it's good.
Talking about the mortgage process to wrap it up 2014 again, it is a process. You got to get professional people in your corner.
And you got to get all your documents ready. And I won't go on that soapbox, but, to wrap up 2014, we want to thank everybody, all our clients, families, friends, all our partners, our appraiser partners. We give them a hard time. realtors, sometimes we give you guys a hard time, but the bottom line is that we're in business to make sure everybody's successful. And we've been doing it now. We're going in our 25th year of mortgage banking and 15th year on the radio. We're pretty good at what we do. We're honest. We're hardworking. And the bottom line is we call it the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show for one reason. We're going to give you the hardcore answers to your hardcore questions. There's no fluff. You're not going to get a song and a dance with us. Sometimes you'll like what we say. Sometimes you won't like what we say, but we just throw it out there, and that's for you to decide.
I like that summary, no doubt.
Not too bad, Glance. Yeah. Good work to wrap up the year, buddy.
That's how I roll, baby. Come on now.
All right, we're going to be off the air for a couple weeks, of course. Keep it here to 97.1. You got Pat Caputo coming up with sports. Again, I want to thank everyone here this morning. Dan Dubinsky out of Skyward Realty. We got Nicole Moscow here. We'll see you guys back for 2015.
Bye. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody. I can say Merry Christmas. I don't need to say it all. PC.
It's Merry. It's a good thing.
Merry Christmas, baby.
All right. For Alex Nafusi, Harry Glantz, I'm Harvey Freed. Have a great day.
The preceding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
This is a critical message for listeners who need to actually lose 30 pounds or more for legitimate health or personal reasons. Because for the next 5 minutes, the makers of AF Plus are giving out risk-free trials of their incredibly effective weight loss supplement. It's proven and can cause dramatic weight loss. So only call if you need to lose 30 pounds or more. Call toll-free 1-800-944-8553. Because it's so potent, take no more than 1 capsule once a day. You can expect to experience maximum weight loss, pounds in days. It's all natural, safe, and healthy.